Yeah, actually, I've got written down here something that really annoyed me. Well, it has continued to annoy me since I've been driving for almost 5 years now.
It's been 5 years you've been driving.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
Yeah, 5 years this year. It is when people do not merge properly.
Oh my days.
You need to, if you read the road and if you know anything about how to drive, I'm going on a bit of a rant here. You need to merge properly. When it's a merge lane, let people in. Don't be that one arsehole.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Trevor, in your Skoda Fabia.
Trevor.
Don't speed up when someone is merging in. I'm using the road correctly by going round you because there are 2 lanes for a reason, my friend. Don't speed up just not to let me in.
It's just not that hard. It makes so much sense. Like, I just let one person in and don't let the other person in.
If everyone just let one person in,
one, two.
If everyone let one person in, the roads would be a much nicer place. And you might think I'm a bit of an arsehole for that, but
It's true.
every time there are 2 lanes and there's a row of traffic in the left lane, you best know I could bet anything that I'm going in that right lane and I'm going all the way to the front of that queue. I don't care if you think I'm an arsehole.
It's always
That's the
ego
way to
drive.
use the road.
It's the egos on drivers these days. Everyone's got an ego on the road.
It's always a
just no need-
competition.
I just don't get it.
It just makes no sense.
In our fair times, we've definitely like gone up to the lights and had a little race to 30 with the car next to us and pretend like we're on the fucking pits of an F1
It's
race.
like that clip in Ali G. We brought Ali G up last week as well.
We did.
He's you know,
He's an icon in the British.
he's an
scene.
icon. But that scene where they're racing and then the speed limit changes to 30 and they both go right down to 30.
As a
yeah.
first owner, we know that far too well.
We really do.
What were we saying?
Yeah, I was just saying about people not merging correctly. It is
It's too many egos.
probably my pet peeve. I hate it so much.
And it makes so much more sense just to let someone in. Like, obviously, it gets to the point where some people take the piss of getting merged, and then like 3 people try and like merge into you. But like, if you just let one person in,
the roads
just
would
be
be
nice on the
such
roads.
a better place, and we would all have probably more hair. We'd have less stress because we're not bowled in from the stress of trying not to let people in.
But the funny
It'd
thing
just be a
is,
better place.
the people on the left, it's almost impossible to like. So if someone speeds up in the left lane, you usually can just get in front of them. And
Usually, if you hold on for long enough, you are going to outwit them.
And
because
it's such good karma as well.
like I drive a car that it's already got scrapes on it. I don't care that much about it realistically. If you hit me in your expensive Porsche or your works van, it's you that's going to be worse off, not me. I don't care about it. You could scrape my car up. I'd still drive it. It'd still be worth similar to what it's worth now. Like, I don't know. You know, we've just spoken about something that happens too often on roads. And there's another thing that happens too often on roads. It's when old people, OAPs, are on their mobility scooters and they're driving them on the roads. Now, I don't know if this is just something that happens in the area that we're from. I know you've seen it a few times.
A few times, yeah.
I saw it the other day and it infuriated me. It angered me more than probably merging does, to be honest. I almost hit him because I couldn't see him. It was like 5 o'clock and it was dark. And he had no reflectives on. He had no number plate. He had no lights. And he's on a little mobility scooter going meh at like probably 10 mile an hour. It was a national road as well. 60 mile an hour road. And my friend is going 10 miles an hour in literally pitch black.
You gotta laugh at him though.
I gotta respect it kind of, but respectfully, just get off the roads. You don't belong.
Don't belong.
Speaking like a true BMW driver right now, you don't belong on my roads, please.
It's his road.
My roads.
Do you want to hear my pet peeve on the road? The one that annoys me the most.
More than OAPs driving them a bit. Okay, go on.
It is when you are at specifically like a mid-sized roundabout, not like a massive roundabout, but like a middle-sized roundabout, and you're waiting just to come out, and you've got the right lane, you've got the left lane, then someone comes from the left lane, and they're not they're not indicating.
You had to go at me because I did this the other day, didn't I?
Yeah, I know. And then you're not indicating, and then they just turn left.
So you could have gone in that time, but they
Pretty
haven't
much.
indicated, so then you didn't go because you
Exactly. So I'm just sat there because you haven't indicated, and I could have went across the roundabout, gone across my day, and been like 5 or 10 seconds ahead of my day. But no, you've decided just to turn left and just be an absolute mong.
Do you know what? It's a numbers game. Seconds lost are seconds that you don't get to spend with your loved ones or, you know, at your job earning money. So I get your point. You know, every second matters.
Seconds matter.
Seconds really
and inches.
do matter. Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
my other final pet peeve, not to moan about anything because we have had a little bit of a moaning session
Yeah.
here.
Not good thing saying the back
Out
of
of
my
context,
car.
that sounds mad.
We're gonna have a moaning session after this.
We've had a little bit of a. This bit's getting cut out. We've had a little bit of a grumble about some of our gripes on the road. I've got one last one. When you let somebody out and they don't thank
Oh
you,
my days.
the least I could ask you to do is to just little finger. You know what I mean? Just a little thanks, mate.
Horrific.
That's all I'm asking for. I don't want you to hold your hands together and say thank you so much. You've really made my day better. Don't need any of that. Just a simple, even a nod. That would be fine. But some people, and this again might be our area that we live in, I really find that when I venture out of where we live, it's not as bad as it is around here.
However, Welsh people are really bad for it.
Welsh people are bad for it.
Not in a
I agree
racist
with
way.
that. Not to be xenophobic.
Not even stereotypical, because it's just from personal experience. It's just not a good.
Every time we've gone to Wales together, we've both experienced
But Welsh
that.
people don't like the English, so that could be why.
It's fair though, because I don't really like the
if
English
you're
either.
Welsh, do other Welsh people go to you, or is it just like a universal Welsh thing?
Do you just see an English car coming and think, I ain't saying thanks to this guy?
Because honestly, that's fair. Then at that point, like, game's the game. But like, I just want to know.
The thing is, like, back to my original point. Round here, you could let 4 people out in a row, and you can guarantee that the maximum amount of thanks you get out of 4 is probably 1.
I think mine's a bit better.
I
Maybe
must
it's because
just
you're
be-
BMW.
Maybe it's the BMW effect. Because
I think it could
when I
be.
didn't drive a BMW, if I saw one, I probably wouldn't thank them.
Hmm.
Then again, no, I probably would. I am quite
I
a
thank everyone.
considerate driver. I would
I'm
say.
like, I make sure people are known that I'm thankful for them. I'm like, cheers, mate. I even lip it. I'm like, cheers.
That's
Thank
just
you.
overkill. I just hand on the wheel. Cheers. That's all I do.
I'm just a nice guy.
Or I'd sometimes do the 2 fingers. To be fair,
However,
I
do you know-
quite like that one.
Do you know what happened? This is probably the worst example of one of these that happened to me. Do you know outside my road where you turn, like, imagine you come from Tesco's and you turn up that road and there's loads of cars
Yeah.
on the right. I was driving up the once, and then this black, like, Volkswagen was coming down and pretty much just went into the middle of the road. Like, I was about to just, because there's cars on the right, so they have
Yeah,
to wait for
you can't. You have to wait. Don't you,
I was
down there,
almost about to go, and this car went round, decided to go itself, so I stopped for them, and they still didn't even say thank you. So they cut in front of me. I also let them go, and they still didn't say thank you. So if you're out there,
If you're watching this podcast and
I
you're one of
hope
these
you
people,
lose a limb. I hope your life goes terrible.
this same group of people are the people that will block off a junction in traffic. That's the same people, and they sit there
Yeah.
and they don't acknowledge anyone because they're embarrassed that they've done it.
There is,
But everyone knows that you're being a knob.
yeah,
But you're just going to sit there and just try and firm it. But if you're firming it, you're going to look around and say, I'm really sorry, like, it's just my bad. No, they just sit there and just
That's
look
it.
dead ahead and try and pretend that nothing's happened.
I must have had a bad childhood.
Horrendous, yeah.
Anyway,
Let's move on.